Good evening. If you were hoping the fuel price summit would provide an easy answer to the Territory's petrol problems, you'd be disappointed. Today, representatives from the major petrol companies turned up to talk, but it's now up to the Chief Minister to take action.
By the end of 3 hours, there was still no real answer. Territorians will continue to be ripped off at the Bowser, at least for now.
I'll tell you what can be done straight away. The fuel companies can lower the prices.
However, that's unlikely to happen if the responses from stakeholders is anything to go by. When faced with the question why prices tripled 3 years ago and stayed high without fluctuating with the gate price, the silence was deafening.
Silence is golden.
So we know that in 2011, a pineapple was jammed up the backside of many Territorians when it comes to price points. We want that explained as to why.
Nothing explains to date why we see such a huge shift over the last 3 years, other than the coincidence that we have a significant acquisition made that I think is the turning point.
The Chief Minister now threatening to take action.
I've said that we will be bringing in the fuel price disclosure bill. That will be occurring, and there'll be other things that we'll be announcing over the coming weeks to help drive down prices in the Northern Territory.
But he wouldn't be drawn on exactly what. However, one thing he confirmed, he won't be using the Price Exploitation Prevention Act to set prices. The legislation was revealed exclusively on 9 News by Country Liberals candidate Dr Harry Kyprios, effectively igniting the debate. Today's summit highlighted just how outrageous Darwin's prices are. Compared to other capital cities, residents regularly pay prices up to 30 cents higher. Our retail costs on average sitting at 173 cents compared to other cities such as Brisbane at 143. One major factor which did ring loudly was the lack of competition in Darwin, a need for a leader to set prices to force them down. The Chief Operating Officer of United Petroleum encouraged motorists to search for the cheapest costs.
United's a petrol discounter, and we're always cheaper than our competitors in our relative areas, but the consumer doesn't reward us.
The point is that I don't think 2 cents is enough incentivified and move on that. I think what we need to see is someone who's prepared to probably shift a bit further than that.
But the issue was also flipped back on the government. United Petroleum suggested prices are higher because of cost of living factors such as electricity, logistics, rents and bureaucracy.
Red tape in the Northern Territory. Maybe it's something that I shouldn't say, but the reality is it is harder to do something in the Northern Territory than it is in Victoria, in New South Wales, in Queensland.
The CIP summit was really a talk fest that then became a fizzer as frustrations boiled over from the audience who really wanted to participate, but it was too tightly stage managed.
But really, it's not just the people in the crowd. It's all Territory drivers who are frustrated. It's now over to the government to prove they'll take some real action. Kathleen Bruin, 9 News.
And taking a quick look at fuel prices now, according to the AANT, the cheapest fuel in Darwin is at United Bagot Road, where it's 171.7 cents a litre. That's compared to Sydney, where the average price is $1.38 a litre.